There are two tuple methods which we can use with tuple variables, count and index. So I'm declaring one tuple variable with a lot of elements starting from 1 to 4 and then till 9. So if I just say print tube, it will print all the tuple variables on the screen. But if I want to count how many times 4 as an element is present in my tuple, so I can directly call the count method. So when I say tuple method, I have to invoke the method using tuple variable. So I'll say tube.count and I'm giving the parameter as 4. That means I'm telling interpreter go to the tuple variable tube and then count the occurrences of 4. So in my tuple variable 4 is present twice, first and second time, so it will print 2. Count is 2. Next is if I want to count how many times 3 is present in my tuple variable, and if I pass on 3 as a parameter, now 3 is not present, so it will return 0. So in case if that specific element is not present in my tuple variable, count method returns 0. In case of index, if I want to know the index of a specific value, so I'm telling interpreter go to the tube variable, tuple variable tube, and then find the index, the first index of element -4. So when the -4 as an element is present in my tuple variable, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So -4 as an element is present at 5th index. So this will return 5. So 5 is getting printed on the screen. Now we are trying to find the index of element 10. So I'm telling the interpreter go to the tuple variable tube and find the index of the element 10. But now 10 as a element, as a value, is not present in my tuple variable. So in case of index, if the value is not present, the parameter which I'm passing on, that value is not present in the tuple, it gives the value error. It will not return any value, but it will return the value error. It will return one exception. What is the value error? X not in tuple. That means whatever is the X value 10, that 10 is not in tuple. Okay, so now we can handle these kind of situations using try except, but right now we have to handle this situation using if condition, and that is what is shown in the second code. But you have to remember that index, if the element is not present, will return the exception, some error. And why it is giving the error? Because what index will return? If 10 is not present, it cannot return 0 because 0 is a valid index. It cannot return -1 also, because even -1 negative indices are allowed. So even -1 is a valid index. That's why index method returns error or exception. Now how to handle this exception using if condition? What we'll do is we'll first see whether the count of the element 10. We'll use count method. If the tube.count of 10, we'll check the number of occurrences of 10. If it is equal to 0, if tube.count of 10 is equal to 0, then we'll print 10 is not present. We'll go to the else part. But if it is not equal to 0, that means 10 is present, then only we'll invoke the index method. So tube.index of 10, then only it will return the index value of 10. So this way you can handle, right now you can handle this error or exception using if condition. So this is how you can use the count method and index method with tuple variable.